Welcome to this new video from the ASAR 3D website. The array modifier allows you to duplicate an object and place the copies in different ways. It also allows you to add third-party objects at the start and at the end of the object. You are watching a training video. Other types of videos are available on my site. Before we get into Practos, let's first see the contents of the array modifier. The fit type field gives you three options: fit count, fit length, fit curve. Fit count allows to multiply the object by the number indicated in the field count. In this example, the count field indicates the number 3, which is the base cube plus 2 copies. Fit length multiplies the object up to the length defined in the length field. In this example, the size of the cube is 1 meter and the length of the array modifier is 4 meters. 4 cubes are added to the base cube, so there are 5 cubes in all. Fit curve generates enough copies to fit within the length of the curve object specified in the curve field. See the example below. The relative offset fields allow you to define the relative interval between copies of the object on the x, y and z axes. In the example on the left, the interval on the x-axis is equal to 1. The cubes are glued to each other. In the example on the right, the interval on the x-axis is 1.2. The cubes are separated from each other. The fields concerning the constant offset have the same effects as those concerning the relative offset fields. The intervals, however, are constant. Whether you use relative offset or constant offset depends on the circumstances and your goals. Usually used with an empty, the object offset makes it possible to create copies of the object and to affect them by the parameters of the empty. In this example, the interval between copies is managed by the empty. First, add an array modifier and create 3 copies of the object. Link the empty to the modifier. You can now move the empty to see the effects. This example is the same as the previous one, but the empty has been halved, rotated 45 degrees, and raised on the z-axis. The object offset is very useful, especially for creating chains. The merge option allows you to merge the copies of the objects together. You must set the distance of the merge for this. The first ANS last copies option does not work well. If you want to merge the vertices of the first copy with the last, it is better to add a weld modifier. Turn on the merge option of the array modifier and increase the distance until the copies merge. The UVs fields are used to offset the UV map on the copies. In the UV editor, make sure that the UV does not completely fill the texture. Go back to the layout and add copies to the plane object. Reduce the size of the offset U in order to reproduce the full picture. Increase the copy number of the second modifier, then increase the relative size of the 2 modifiers for your viewing pleasure. Caps fields are very useful for creating buildings or arrows, for example. They allow you to add an object before the main object and one after. To create a building with the array modifier, you need a ground floor, a roof, and a floor. Add an array modifier to the floor object. Set the x factor to 0 and the z factor to 1. In caps, add the ground floor to cap start and the roof to end. Now increase the number in the count field and enjoy the result. Are you interested in other Blender videos? Do not hesitate to consult my channel or my website. Thanks you for watching this video. Please like and subscribe and click the bell icon to get new video updates.